What makes this 15-year-old schoolgirl more than human? Her name is Tori Allen. She's a reigning queen of every kind of climbing. Tori has made the finals of a top adult climbing event 11 times before she reached her teens. At 12, she became the youngest woman ever to scale Yosemite's legendary El Capitan, a 3-day trek that culminates in a 3,400-foot climb straight up. At 13, Tori became the adult women's champion in all 4 categories of climbing: bouldering, which is climbing without a rope; dyno, which is jumping between holds; speed, and difficulty. This feat had never been achieved before in the history of the sport. How is a human this young, this small, with so little experience and training, capable of climbing better than anyone else in the world? Is Tori Allen more than human? There is little doubt that she is in amazing physical shape. We took Tori to a world-class training facility to find out just how amazing. First test, body fat content. Body fat content is one of the best ways to determine the physical fitness of a human being. This allows us to also determine what percentage of muscle Tori's body has, a deciding factor when gauging her athletic potential. This is the Bod Pod, the most accurate body fat testing machine that exists. This Bod Pod is both a scale that measures body weight and a pressure chamber that measures body volume. This generates a whole body density figure, along with an accurate reading of lean mass and body. Fitness expert Ralph Reef analyzes many elite athletes and was extremely impressed by Tori's results.
She only has 16% body fat.
For reference, the average body fat of an American female is about 25%.
Elite volleyball players, elite gymnasts have weighed sometimes 14, 16 pounds less and have 6 to 8% higher percent of body fat.
Tori's body fat content is remarkable. This 110-pound girl is virtually all muscle. Okay, she's fit, but is she strong? Now we test her grip strength.
That's correct.
In climbing, it's the single most important factor in determining a climber's overall ability and success. Sports physician and hand surgeon Dr. Richard Eidler routinely tests major professional athletes.
And once you reach up here and give this a squeeze, 36 kilograms.
What does it show us?
Well, her grip strength compared to her weight is strong. It's as if the same grip strength you might see in an NFL football player.
Third, professional trainer Shane White put her through the most intense muscle and balance exercises possible, most of which she's never done before. The way she learns and executes these maneuvers will answer her basic questions about her physiology. Tori first showed us a thorough command of calisthenics. Her leg lifts and push-ups are completely controlled. Upper body tests were even more interesting. These show that she can support and control her whole body weight with any muscle group in her upper torso. After we completed her tests, we confirmed what we had already suspected. Tori Allen is in perfect shape, but many gymnasts her age who win Olympic gold medals are also in equally great shape. But that does not explain her climbing ability. How can she defy gravity, seeming to hang upside down? Not only can she pull her whole body up with her arms and fingers, but she can catch her falling body weight with her fingers. This thing that amazes me is called an overhang. This is a wall, but I mean it goes up on this angle.
Well, this one, everyone thinks it looks really hard, but it's really not as hard as it looks.
This shows what exceptional balance Tori has. That was like a flying, like a monkey or Spider Woman or something. How on earth does she do this? We discovered something that began to fill in the mystery. Now, what is this that I hear about a one-finger pull-up?
Oh.
Tori told us that she could lift her entire body with just one finger. We couldn't believe it, so she showed us.
I'm allowed to have my thumb there, right? Great.
Don't pop it in this.
All right.
No way.
I can't do it.
No way.
It's impossible for me to do it.
Now, it is Tori's turn. Look at that. Middle finger and no other things. Right up there. Watch that again. Something amazing is going on here.
A lot of people try and do one-finger pull-ups or two-finger pull-ups in climbing, what a lot of climbers can do.
Tori's hands are actually different from yours and mine. She is, in a word, a mutant.
My fingers are different. They're long compared to my hand, and that definitely is an advantage in climbing.
Take a look. Her fingers are longer than normal, and the knuckles are oddly shaped and oversized. These hands are the key for her climbing, but how she got them is Tori's amazing secret. Like a real-life Tarzan, she was raised in the wilds of Africa. Seriously. As a small girl, Tori and her family moved to a remote West African village called Savalou in the country of Benin. There, her parents worked as missionaries in several rural churches. Soon after, Tori made an interesting new friend.
When I used to live in West Africa, I had a pet monkey, and her name was Georgie. She was a Mona monkey. She was really cute.
The Mona monkey is quadrupedal, meaning they can climb with all 4 limbs. They're also remarkably fast. This monkey was Tori's best friend. She climbed with her and watched her every move. Tori's mind, and more importantly, her body, began to head in some strange directions, usually straight up.
I climbed trees all the time. Everyone's like, you know, Tori's such a climber. You know, I climbed everything.
At her young age, Tori's body adapted to keep up with her young furry friend. Team physician Dr. Robert Zatari explains.
Tori was only 4 when she moved to Africa. At such a young age, human bones are still in the process of developing and haven't hardened. The repetitive climbing with the monkey appears to have virtually changed the formation of her fingers.
I have extra strong fingers, but it's because I was climbing when I was so young.
And any parent knows that a 4-year-old doesn't know that it's scary to follow a monkey up a tree. In Africa, Tori developed mental and physical skills far beyond that of a typical child. For her, climbing was like walking.
Growing up, Tori seemed like a normal kid. She was very active, almost overactive. She always liked to play. She climbed, she ran, she jumped, everything.
When I was 10 was the first time that I'd ever even seen a climbing wall. I was just like, wow, what's that? I want to do that.
I said, that's fine, great. She told me she went right up. Well, Tori tends to think she's good at everything. She calls me, tells me how great of a climber she was, and then Steve gets to the dinner and he said, Sean, she went up in 40 seconds to the top of the wall. And he said she got down and the people who were belaying her just had their mouths open.
The main thing I liked about climbing when I started was I love heights. So, you know, not many kids can say that, not even like grown-ups can say that, but I just love heights.
In her first without any training, she amazed onlookers. 1 month later, amazingly, all that climbing she did in Africa with her monkey friends actually changed the growth pattern of her hands. Which leads us to a truly more than human quality, a key advantage in the climbing world, something known as positive ape index. What that means is the length of your outstretched arms from fingertip to fingertip is longer than you are tall. Tori's got it. With her height holding at 5'3" or 63 inches, her arm span measures 65 inches. In a difficult spot, she can reach farther and push harder, basically scamper like her monkey friends, onward and upward.
Well, obviously she has good core control. That's why she can go from rock to rock and have very good balance, because your balance comes from your core, and that's just not easy to do.
We now feel that we have more than enough evidence to call Tori more than human. But for anyone who wasn't convinced, all they need to know is what happened in 2002, when Tori entered her first competition against the world's top climber. Tori not only took the gold medal, she also broke the world's record in her climbing championship by an amazing 4 seconds.
The day of the event, on my final run,